Hello everybody, I'm Gizmo161286 and welcome back to another video. Obviously it's been a little bit of time again since the last video, so I do apologise, but recently I have had a chance to do a bit of spare time, and that means a bit of chance to actually get back onto playing a bit of tanks recently, so try to take advantage of the string theory up that was on last week now. Because I had been grinding for the best part of a year or so the Leopard 1 line and the standard B, so I managed to get the standard B finished on one of the nights, and then tonight I managed to get the Leopard 1 finished. So this night here with the trying to grind for this Leopard 1, this was an extremely rough night of tanking. I think 13 games played and like 3 or maybe 4 wins. Like it was something like a 30% win rate. Something, just horrible. But this game that we got here on Arctic region, this kind of made up for it completely. To be fair. So yeah, let's get into the game. So we've come down to this position here. Not really a position I would normally take, but having watched sort of Swindle, Randy Duck videos, and sort of being in Swindle's stream quite a bit, it seems like quite a nice place to go. I have tried it before. It's never really worked out for me, but as you can see, the Stone Cold went to that position, and I thought, well, there's no point in two of us sort of staying here, so go to that position, and we did manage to get one into the Jaegeru. And although we've come down here, we are just trying to see, maybe I could spot something up that maybe the Stone Cold can't, but it doesn't really seem that way, so I will eventually go back to that initial position there, although being slightly wary of going there, because like I say, I have done it a couple of times, it's never really come off me, and that's because somehow I seem to just get slapped from anywhere and everywhere in that position. It just hasn't, I don't know, worked out for me. Maybe I've been doing something wrong, but I'm not sure. So like I say, we're going to go back. We've noticed that our light tank has really pushed down very far there, and we thought, well, maybe he's able to spot up those TDs again. Let's to see what else is down there apart from that Jaeger, because they got some pretty scary looking TDs, to be perfectly honest, and luckily for us, no one is on their team up on that hill. Although we do have a batch that's a bit annoying. He tries to get one into us. I think he just fluffs his shot, to be honest. Managed to get one into him just there, and now that these TDs are spotted back up again, so pop one in, reverse back a bit, because I still wear that batch. I don't want it to pop up and get another 2 into me. Missed that one there, it's a bit annoying. Would have been nice to get that in. Something's now back looking at us, was probably that bat chat. And now it's just a bit of a this game. It was a bit of a it was actually quite a close game, in all fairness. I did think at one point we were going to lose this, so it's just trying to. I don't want to go out and rush and just throw away my tank. It's let's just be a bit patient, see what happens. And now, although they've won the top there, they've pushed, and me and the Stone Cold have just got nice easy shots now on everything that's coming up over into the side. Got an E5, somehow we don't manage to get a pen shot there, a bit annoying. But they're so focused on the tanks that just read it right in front of them. Me and the Stone Cold have just got farming for days, really. Stone Cold gets two shots into the E5 there. Managed to get one into him. And hopefully he's going to get to finish him off, which I don't think. No, he sort of backs out. So we are 2 tanks down. Bit weird, actually, considering how their team pushed up there. I thought it would have been a bit more even. So obviously, we're trying to come back down now to where this Stone Cold is to see what else there is we can get shots on. So managed to get one into him. He gets taken down. We brought this back now to 11-all, which is quite nice. But I think although it's 11-all, I'm kind of feeling that their team for the way that they're positioned. We're all kind of, you know, the two of us are here are bogged down really. Their team seems to have the better map positioning initially, I think. Obviously they got more TDs, so they're going to be a bit more camped. Fluff that shot, really should have aimed it on that bat chat. That was a poor effort. Again, E4, another really bad shot. That was probably one that I probably should have just RBRT'd really, because he was stationary. I probably would have got it in, but and now trying to, because I was looking for that shot again, I get punished. I got one shot put into me, and I'm actually starting to get a little bit frustrated at this point, just because, like I said, the night as it was going was pretty bad, and I think this game might have been the first win after like 5. So I was like, oh, here we go. This is nothing's really happening. Probably going to end up being another loss. I'm already kind of resigned to the fact it's just not going sort of or playing out the way I was hoping it would play out, I guess. So I'm in this sticky position now of what do I do, especially now there's something at the top of there. I think it's the Italian, either the Progetto or the Heavy. Can't remember which one. And I just like, do you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go back. I noticed that there's that, I think it's the E4 is pushed down to the bottom there, so I wanted to come back here, see if I could maybe get some side shots into him whilst he's focusing on the other TDs. I think we got a Jaegeru down there. I'm not sure what else is down there, to be perfectly honest. I am wary because I know that I can get spotted from that top of the hill there, so missed again on the E4. Now I'm spotted up, and this is great. Here we go. Yeah, 1. Obviously got lucky with the first one. 2. Yeah, here we go. Well, we were 3 tanks down, and I'm extremely annoyed now just because missing some relatively easy shots. Looking at how the team's positioned, 3 tanks down, and I'm just here we go. So all I'm trying to think about is how much damage now that I can get out of the game, just for my own satisfaction, to try and get as much damage as I can. So we pull up here, thought, right, we're going to be a bit sneaky, hopefully. Batchat comes along, he ends up going down there. We lose our Batchat 25, I'm not sure what took it out, actually it was the T something or whatever, can't actually see in the window. And I'm very lucky that this Batchat was a bit, well, I don't know what he thought. He must have known I was there, but for whatever reason he turned that way, so gave me an easy kill. 4 against 6. So again, I don't want to really stay in this area. I'm just not optimistic I'm actually going to spot anything. Everything seems to be out spotting me somehow. So I want to get around the back, and my initial thought was I wanted to get up to the campy TD spot and hope that I can get a couple shots as tanks were coming across. So that's what I was planning on doing. Then I actually thought, no, I'm going to change my mind. I think the Stone Cold in the middle, I've kind of gone, it's a little bit of a dick move. We're going, no, you're on your own, mate. I saw that the Jaegeru was down there, and I thought, if we are going to win this game, the best thing to do is for me to actually stick by this Jaegeru. I think, well, it was a Hydra, I can't remember, it was a Italian Russian heavy we got with us anyway. So the Turtle probably thought he was going to get some easy kills going on there. He doesn't. I managed to get one into him, and then there goes the Defender, and they're pushing on. The Jaegeru gets a nice one, and just before the Death Star can finish off the Jaegeru, I managed to save him. So that's nice that it sort of, you know, acknowledges that it was able to do something there. And the Stone Cold's died, and now we're 3 against 3. Haven't seen the T28 all game, so no idea where he is, and I know that the other tanks are basically fully healthed. So it's all about defending this position now, really. Just have to hope that they sort of come at us one at a time, and we can, obviously with that Jaegeru there, that's a massive advantage to, you know, the original boomstick in the game. To take over 1,000 off per hit is a massive thing. So that's what I came down towards, that tank, and needed to make sure really that we kept that alive, because that's how we're going to hopefully win the game. Progetto comes down, takes out the defender. I don't really want to poke, even though he's probably got one shot left in him, but I just didn't want to. What I wanted to sit there was to bait him to come around and hope that the Jaeger should have a shot on him as he came around. He wasn't really doing it, he's probably just going for his full reload. So I decided again, okay, right, I'm going to get myself closer to the Jaeger. And this way, if I just poke up, all I got to do is spot him and just hope that the Jaeger has a shot. So there he is, snapshot missed. And it's just like I say, hoping now that the Jaeger has got a shot, and he's pretty crazy. I don't know if he's a bit overconfident, the fact that there was only 2 of us left and there was 3 of them or something, but he came out. Don't know what he did. He wasn't even, again, wasn't looking at me for some reason to even just try and whittle me down. Jaeger obviously slapped him, and then I get to sort of go in and finish him off. So Jaeger, he's wanting to go over this way. Fine, we got 4 minutes left, so we do need to push it a little bit. Poke up here, because I'm pretty sure as I was playing it, that the other tank that was there, the Caro or whatever, he was the one that was up on that sniping hill originally, so a bit fearful that he would be there, but I need to make sure I get ahead so I can spot for this Jaeger. So we get to this little, take our time again. There we go, he's been spotted. Have a look. Now where we are, Jaeger obviously spotted him actually, so he actually probably, yeah, again, I don't know how he would have outspotted that, but there we go. And then obviously we got the heat loaded. I think I did actually switch to the heat sort of when it was the 3 against 3. I just kind of wanted to make every shot count, and even with him being the hold down, as long as I got a bit of a side angle there, I'm gonna pen him. So again, still being cautious, because I still have not seen that T28. There's obviously a good chance by this point that he's AFK, but I don't want to go, you know, full on as the crow flies straight into. I got no idea what could be there, so taking my time, get around, and then see what happens once we pop up here. Got the crossfire going on as well, if it is with the Jaeger there. So spot the heavy again, boom, take him out, and there we go. So the T28 all this time was AFK. Probably Red's spitting feathers a bit there, because he could have really proved very useful later on in the later part of the game. So now it's just free damage. I think the Jaeger finishes it. Yeah, Jaeger finishes him off. So for an evening that was really frustrating, to say the least, this game kind of like made it all that sort of worthwhile. And there you go. The Stone Cold had a really nice game. The Jaeger had a great game as well. So that was nice to actually use my brain for once and think. But it looks like, with, you know, the way that we are trying to win this now, is if I get myself close to that guy, and let them hopefully come to us, and they did, and they came to us one by one, which is never going to work. You need to try and stick together to see out the wins sometimes, and yeah, that's what's happened here. So just a nice game overall. 5k, 4 kills, a little bit of assist. So yeah, Leopard PTA, I've really enjoyed playing it. A really nice, nimble, really good gun tank. It's one of those crossfire tanks, bit of a sneaky one. So yeah, I've really enjoyed playing it. If you are gonna look to go down the Leopard 1 line, make sure you go down the medium line, not the light tank line. But yeah, overall, really nice tank. Just before we go to our next clip, I'm just going to be heading over to the Randy Duck, who's going to give us some hints and tips on how to play Mannerheim. Haven't played it too much, so yeah, over to you, Randy.
What I like to do in this is just drive as far forward as I can till I spot something, and then I either die or I don't, but either way.
You either die or you don't. Well, that is
Yeah.
the 2 options.
Yeah, but you know, if I either fight myself out of a load of shit over the game, or I die, either way, I don't have to play this map anymore, so it's a win.
Right, so basically drive as far forward, spot something, either we die or we don't. Right, okay, take it on board. Let's see what we can do with that. Cheers, Randy, appreciate it. So this is literally going to be the first game that I've played in the Leopard 1, and at this current moment in time, the only game I probably will ever play in the Leopard 1 after this. So we are platooned up with Dostovsky's Ghost, aka Hard to Be a God. Is his probably troll account. You may have seen him on Twitch on times. He's part of Pills' clan, which is Lag, which might be 2-bar superstars, I think. Just because I have third world internet connection over in Australia, so yeah, there's that one. Okay, so taking on Randy's advice, we are literally just going to plow straight ahead, see what we can spot, and we're either going to die or we're not. Hopefully it's the latter, and we can have a good game by not dying. I think that's what Randy said as well, actually. He's either going to have a good game, or he just dies. So hopefully it's, the good game part. Actually, you'd probably, well, yeah, you'd like to think it is if it's going to be shown, wouldn't you? So maybe the duck is, maybe he's a bit of a Jedi Master after all, I don't know. So we've pushed up on this north right-hand flank. Like I say, using the speed to get here. Just want to push up to these little hills here. So basically, I've got somewhere to sort of fall back. Hopefully, just spot the stuff up and then just sort of rock back and forth and just be that little annoying little pipsqueak sort of firing on the side. So we've got a 268 there, just side on, lovely. Obviously, we lose the spot, but we think where he was sat there, he must still be there. Shot, another little blind fire got into him, and now Dostovsky's Ghost has, as you can see, he's basically tracked this E4 for us just to go all day getting this free damage basically off him. Trying to keep him tracked there ourselves because he is ammo racked. This guy's, I think, because he's, he's tracked, he's ammo racked, he's probably just thought already, oh, forget this, I'm just dead, I'm just gonna die, just keep driving forward. And that's exactly what he does. So keeps driving forward. Nice to get a very dangerous tank out of the game early. As 268 pops back up, boom. So we get him taken out as well. So 2 big tanks, really nicely, really nicely done in taking them out of the game early. So with those taken out, we're not really spotting much else up. I think I was spotted there, so sort of going to fall back a little bit. Let them think that, or maybe they've sort of moved on, really. But then talking to Dostovsky's Ghost, we are noticing now on the mini-map that they've pushed really hard onto our base, and there's a lot of heavies down there. So thinking back to what another very good player has said before when being platooned up with him, 70 Karma, is that you're better off trying to go and win the flank that you are on rather than sort of try and fall back and try and defend a flank sometimes. And I think that's kind of that's the position we took on this. We thought, right, let's just try and, the two of us, if we can get down this side of the, take out their other tanks, get down the other side, we stand a good chance really of sort of trying to stop them sort of coming through and getting all the side shots. So I've popped back up here, getting shots on this Hydra, and he's obviously panicking a bit now. He doesn't really, because we've not pulled right up in front of that bush, so firing from behind the bush is not lighting us up as either. I did pull forward a little bit. I think I might even get spotted now, actually, after I take this. So it, sort of keeping yourself pulled back behind the bush and firing, it obviously helps a lot when it comes to not wanting to be detected. I have done a very campy setup on this tank as well, with the cabinet, silent driving, muffled shot, petty skills, as well as the cabinet on the vehicle as an equipment itself. I didn't add vert stabs just because the gun handling since 6.0, and then the gun handling on this tank is so good anyway. I just thought, why not? Let's go for a really campy setup. And shout out to that guy, Dirty Turf, who just took out Tatovsky's ghost. Thanks for that, mate. At least I think it was. It's pretty annoying trying to see what everyone's names are when doing this. This screen's so small. But I think the Waffle actually ends up taking him out, and he did actually send us a GG after this, which was nice. I didn't realise he was on in the match at the time, but SG gets taken out, nicely done. So at this point now, I don't actually know what hit me in the side there, and I didn't really want to. Didn't know exactly. I knew there was obviously a couple of people down the other side, but talking, this is the great thing about being in a platoon, is that if one of you sort of do die, that doesn't mean you're rendered useless. You can always go look. They can always go and view what other tanks are doing. They don't have to say watching you, and then it actually helps provide you with intel. So now the Reds have actually got into the base, and you can still see they've got a lot of heavy tanks. We have no heavy tanks, and it's a city map like this could be extremely difficult. So say to the Waffle, yeah, let's fall back. Let's try and get some of these shots. And the IS4. Luckily, this was before the buff to the IS4, so we got one shot into him. Again, I've loaded the heat now because I just, like in the previous game, it's a bit close, and I just don't want to risk bouncing shots, because turrets like that on the standard normalization of APCR rounds going into turrets such as IS4 where they're slightly sloped, there's a good chance really for them bouncing. So just get the heat on. You're pretty much guaranteed you are going to get the pen from the way in which the round hits, obviously. So that's what we've done. All these super heavies. Just now it's feeling pretty confident actually. Their team, although they've got all these heavies, they pushed down. Their team kind of then dispersed, which is all a little bit okay. So we're just trying to get the little reach around now on these tanks, whilst they're, because we've not been spotted, they should be just all focused on the other tanks really. Just waiting for this IS7. How even to this day, watching this back, I don't know how many times how that shot actually went in and killed him. Yeah, obviously the RNG is definitely strong with me in this game, so we're not going to complain. After the night we had the other night with only a 30% win rate, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, we're trying to coming around, like I say, trying to get the reach around on these guys who are hopefully we're thinking, oh yeah, they're facing the other way. Little bit passive, probably the Emil gets taken out, and then we got this 705, which I think is what hit me for that big shot earlier. And we're like, yeah, we're going to get the kill on this dude as well, and then the pan gets in the way of the round, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Only Arty left now, and it's like everyone wants the Arty kill, so in hoping that I can get a one shot on him, I load the HE. Don't get him in the one shot. We do get a pretty nice roll of 400 something. So had that been sort of pre 6.0, I probably would have killed him at 500 odd, whatever the HP is on that. Goes and spotted. I thought, well, that's probably not going to get the kill just due to the positioning, but hopefully we can get some assists just by maybe proxy spotting him or something. Again, it doesn't happen. The Waffle takes him out. And yeah, so we end the game on, I think it was just shy of 7,000, I think. 540, so I can tell you. Yeah, so 6,800, just shy of 7,000 damage. Top Gun, bang on 1,600 base XP. Still made quite a bit of decent money on that as well, actually. Yeah, and a mastery to boot as well, which, like I said, this was literally my first game in that tank on a Mannheim, which is a pretty heavy city map, as we all know. So yeah, I don't have to touch that tank ever again now. That's it. It's job done, So it was a really weird one after the other night. It's just so random to get a game like that. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. I do actually have quite a few videos saved, but I might palm some off to maybe Mr. Sidescrape if he wants to get some stuff out there, just because obviously the recording time and everything for all this, it does take its time, and really I should be focusing on more important things. Plus, because it annoys the wife, that's another thing. I don't want to, can't be in the doghouse over this. So thank you all for watching. Thank you again, Randy Duck, for your words of wisdom. They obviously worked. I didn't get killed after I spotted stuff. You know, rushed forwards, didn't get legend. And thank you all for watching. Hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.